What's up, guys? Hey, figured we'd do something a little bit different. I just submitted a PSA, or actually just got back a PSA submission that was submitted back on March the 5th, and just got grades in last week. It was just done on regular service level, so 10 cards. So I figured it'd be fun just to show you the grades on those 10 cards. So I'll give you kind of the list of cards I submitted first. So I had a Justin Herbert black and white checker. Actually, it wasn't the black and white checker, it was just the SP, so I mislabeled that on there. Had a Ronald Acuna X Factor from 2018 Topps Chrome, which now is crazy expensive. Had a couple of his Bowman Chrome Prospect cards as well. Also had a couple of Tatis Topps Chrome from 2019. Had a Lindor 2015 Topps Chrome card that I submitted. And then my boys actually had a couple of Justin Herbert. So they purchased a couple of those Phoenix Fireburst boxes, submitted one of the Herbert rookie cards out of there, as well as a yellow press proof from a box of Donruss. So, and then the kicker was I had a 96 Kobe I got a couple years ago on eBay. And I'm like, man, let's just send it off. The centering wasn't great, but the cards seemed to be in pretty good shape. And overall, I was like, well, it's worth a shot. I might get a 7 or an 8 or something like that. So I typically put, I don't know if you guys do that if you submit cards. I usually put minimum grades on there for the more of the ultra modern stuff. So I don't typically like, I'd rather have the card in hand if it got under a 9 than for it to be slabbed and graded a 7 or an 8. So anyway. So I went ahead, I just got home, my boys and I opened it, and so here we go. Here is the list from this submission. So first up, the SP got a PSA 10 on that. These first two cards were out of all of them. I thought, man, if I can get a 10 on these two, I'll be super happy. So that's a nice one there for sure. And then here was the X Factor on the Acuna. That ended up with a 9 instead of an 8. Instead of a 10, which is a little bit of a bummer, but still a really cool card. So then here's the first of the two Bowman Chrome from 2017, Ronald Acuna. So the first one got a 10 on there. And then number 2 got a 10 as well. So both 10s on those two cards, which is good. Then I had a couple of the Tatis from 2019, and both of those popped as a 10 as well. So I have about 5 or 6 of those. So a couple of them I eliminated right away with centering, or maybe they had a ding or something on the surface. But these two ended up with a 10. So really happy about that. So the Lindor, his rookie Chrome from 2015, ended up with a 10 as well. So really cool card, especially as a Mets fan. Excited to have that in the collection. So that's good stuff. And then the boys. So I'll show you these two. So here is the Herbert yellow press proof. That ended up with a gem mint 10. The centering on some of these left to right is a little bit off. But I ended up, before I submitted it, I looked at it, and others like this. You can see it's a little bit off. Maybe, I guess, within reason of what they think is still a 10, because it gemmed. So I went ahead and sent it after I saw some of those. So the corners are tight, really good shape. So Avery, what you think about doing with that one?
I'm gonna sell it for $1,500.
Dang, all right.
Yeah, that one's only my butters.
So my 11-year-old looking to be a high roller. So he's wanting to throw that up on eBay. I love the thing about this is just a cool card because the colors of the card match with the uniform. So it's a really, really cool card. So
yeah.
There's a couple of them that have sold for $1,700, $1,800. And then here was his Fireburst, and that ended up as a 9. I don't know if any of you guys have opened any of these, but there's some print lines and stuff. So we picked the one that he wanted to submit. It's got one right there in the center, you can tell. So I don't know if the corners and everything looked pretty good. So I assume that's what got the 9. But still a really cool card, and just that card as a 9 is worth the entire set. So I would encourage you guys. There's some still. I think you can get them for about $130 or $40, which is what that 9's going for. And then this was the kicker, man. I thought, man, I'll get a 7 or an 8 I was hoping for an 8, and it ended up as a 9, which really, really excited about that. Obviously, one of his most iconic card, not quite as much as the Chrome or a couple of the others, but it's still, I think the pop count's a little bit higher on this one, but it's still a really cool card, and definitely excited that it got a 9.
Yeah.
So,
The more expensive
so all in
ones
all,
are with hair.
what'd you say?
I said the more expensive ones are the ones with him with hair.
With hair. You talking about Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so 10 cards altogether. Got 7 10s, which I don't know if you guys have submitted cards. Man, I feel like we've had recently a couple of orders that have come back, and like you're like, man, who graded this? Somebody was in a bad mood that morning. So maybe the grader was in a good mood. I'd like to think that I kind of pre-scanned them pretty good, but to get 7 out of 10 PSA 10s and the other 3 9s, super happy about that. So anyway, love submitting cards. I've got 4 or 5 other orders out that I got in before they shut down and before the price increased. So we'll see what they do, and look at maybe making a couple more videos just to show you guys. So just want to put those out there, and hope you guys enjoyed it. And man, have a great week. We'll talk to you soon. Pumpkin!